And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a little game called Flash 8. Flash 8! This is a game in which you're going to be moving pieces around, trying to copy goal cards. It's essentially the same thing as those little slide puzzles you had as a kid, where you just move things around. Though those puzzles usually had 16, this only has 9, and you're just moving around plastic pieces as fast as you can. Definitely geared, I think, towards kids and families. Let's take a look. In this game, each player is going to get their own player board, and in that player board, you're going to randomly put 2 yellows, 3 blues, a green, a red, and a purple. And you're also going to have piles of cards here in the middle of the table, 10 cards per number of players. So you say go, and what you're going to be doing is you're trying to reconfigure to get one of these positions somewhere on the board. So maybe I can do this. You're moving them around one finger at a time. So boom. See, I have yellow, green, and blue. And I'm doing it from my perspective. So if I was over here, I would be doing it this way, depending on which way you have it. Once it's there, you say flash. Everyone stops. You say did it. You grab it. And then you keep playing. Ooh, that's not too bad. Maybe I can quick do that one in its place. Boom! But maybe someone else has grabbed it in the meantime. Then you're going to keep going here until these cards are gone. Each card is worth a point unless it shows double stars on it. That's worth 2 points because, as you can see, these are harder. Now that's the way you're going to play multiplayer. There is a solitaire mode, and you'll be basically making your own grid here. You can see that there's different things on the backs of the cards, and you'll be trying to replicate that grid. And there's a few more rules to the solitaire than that, trying to score points. But just wanting to let you know that that exists in the game. Now the components here are really well done. This is essentially one of those slide puzzles, but those slide puzzles always get stuck. These don't get stuck at all. They're really easy to move around. Each of these here has this cardboard piece inside it, but it's all plastic. It's indented here. They're also easy to tell apart color-wise. They're easy to tell apart by their shapes. These cards are good quality. The whole thing's just a nice production. I'm pretty happy with the production of it. Now, Flash 8 here is a nice looking game. Great components, and the idea for it is sound. Move things around till you match them in the middle. It just didn't really mesh for me, even though the component quality is pretty high compared to, I just recently reviewed another game along this line. But this one here didn't work for me because of the chaotic nature, didn't match the speed elements. So these games always have an inherent problem. If someone's faster than somebody else, you're going to lose. I can live with that. That's just how skill works sometimes. But I can quick move mine, boom, done. And you're like, oh. But most of the time, these games have a single deck of cards. You flip one over. First person does it, gets it. Next person to do it, gets it. This one has 4 decks of cards. So this is how the game plays out. I'm moving around, and someone says, flash. We all stop. Oh, you accomplished that card. Oh, that was the card I was about to get. Okay. And I'm going to start looking at another card. We unpause. Someone shouts flash because they were working towards that card. Oh, I see. And there's this constant people shouting flash. You have to stop. You look, and those cards in the middle change so much. So if you're fast, not a problem. If you're slightly slower than the other players, it's going to be a fairly miserable experience because you're constantly stopping and never accomplishing any goal. You know, to me, I would have got around this by giving each player their own set of 10 cards, and you just burn through them as fast as you can. At least that way you'd have some sense of accomplishment. But in this game, that sense of accomplishment's not there. Not to mention, a lot of times you'll turn a card over, and it'll be like, oh, I'm already there. Which feels good if it's you, not so good if it's somebody else. So at the end of the day, it's fine. The solitaire mode is probably better than the main game, I would guess, in that regard. But and some people are going to probably really enjoy this, and it works well. My kids found it to be okay, and I was less than enthused with this constant stop, start, stop, start, stop, start that the game had in it. But if you like these little slide puzzles and you think the idea of this is fascinating, to quickly just move these around, like I said, mechanically wise, as you move this around, it's smooth and well done. And to that, I give a lot of props. But at the end of the day, it's not one that I'm really interested in right now. That's Flash 8. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see y'all next time. Dice Tower Judgment, nice production, not for me.